you as our QVC 2 Big Deal this Cook's Essential 1.5 pound stainless steel bread maker. So we've never done this before as a QVC 2 Big Deal, and it's so easy to use. In like less than 10 minutes, you've got your machine loaded, and about 3 hours later, you are pulling out hot, fresh, homemade bread that you can customize. Do you like your bread extra crusty and dark? Maybe you said, I just like mine with a little light crust. Well, you know what? You choose whether it's white bread, banana nut bread, raisin bread, whole grain. You decide for under $60. And with 3 easy payments, you're able to have that fresh homemade bread for less than $20 a month on your Q card or credit card. So let me just show you. There's only one choice you have to make, and that's what color you would like your bread maker to be. So we have it for you in red, we have a black, and a white down there at the bottom. All the accessories that you'll need to put together your favorite loaf of bread. And this comes from Cook's Essentials, which is our brand of cook tools, appliances that, you know what, we kind of take out the middleman, so we're able to bring you great values like this. Something comparable at a retail would cost you about $85.13 for a bread maker with all of the accessories. Our QVC 2 Big Deal price is less than $60, and with those 3 easy payments, that works out to about $20 a month on your Q card or credit card. Well, I want to introduce you to our friend Shireen Pavlidis. She told me right before the show, and I'm like, it's.
You can say it however you want, but Steve may correct you.
Oh, okay, Steve, he's listening out. Well, Shireen, she is one of our newest family members when it comes to Cook's Essentials.
Yes.
She is a chef. She helps develop recipes. She's hosted her own food show, and she is going to walk us through the ins and outs of this bread maker. So, Shireen, my first question to you is, oh, well, thank you. Hot buttered bread, I'll take that.
Absolutely.
Like, why would I want a bread maker?
Why wouldn't you want a bread maker, right? If someone told you it takes 5 to 8 minutes to put ingredients into your bread maker, and in a few short hours later, hands-free baking, you would have fresh, delicious, warm bread from your bread maker, wafting that amazing aroma in your house, wouldn't you want fresh bread?
And that's the thing, fresh bread, and I know what's in it.
Yes.
So no guesswork or looking at the ingredients list and going, I don't know what that is. Is that some sort of weird preservative? I don't know. You control what goes into the bread. You know exactly what's coming out of your bread maker. And as you said, fresh, hot, and homemade.
Fresh, hot, and homemade.
So you mentioned easy and fast.
Yes.
Can we take a quick look at the actual bread maker? Because you guys made it easy by building in presets so that really you've taken all of the guesswork. And don't forget, this does come with instructions. So we include a manual so you don't have to take notes while Shireen walks us through. And the instruction manual even comes with recipes. So some of the recipes we cook up tonight are in your manual.
Those recipes are great. You're definitely going to want to start with those. I make this white bread at least every other week. Honest to goodness, I have great stories for you on that. So first I'm just going to show you how easy this is. It's really that easy. So you're going to add your mix in here, and I will demo that for you. And then all you're going to do is, it has 10 presets. So here you're going to go over to the menu button. You have the first preset, which is your basic white bread. In 3 hours and 20 minutes, again, hands-free baking, you will have fresh bread. Then there's a rapid. So the rapid it will shave off 1 hour of the time, so that's 2 hours, 20 minutes. Then you can make whole wheat, French bread, multi-grain, raisin or nut, and here you can get creative. Any dried fruit, any nuts, sweet breads, so great sweet breads. You can also, you could make some Hawaiian sweet rolls, gluten-free. So on my social media, Cooking with Shireen, I get a lot of requests. Can we make gluten-free bread in the bread maker? Absolutely. And kneading. So here's where you can get creative. You can make things like pizza dough, cinnamon buns. You could make your own dinner rolls or bake. So the bake is if you want to bake your bread a little bit longer.
So that's it. That is your display?
That's it.
All
that's
of those
it.
presets
And then
are
all,
built in.
then all you're going to want to do is just choose your color. So that's your crust color, light, medium, dark, and then you can choose a 1 pound or a 1.5 pound size.
I'm over here nibbling on this bread that you gave me. It's so yummy. It's
is
hard to put it down.
I know. Well, you know, the thing is, the first time I made the white bread, my husband and I ate the entire 1.5 pound loaf. It really is delicious. It's a great foolproof recipe. So you have those recipes to get you started. and really, they're awesome.
All right, so we're going to show you how easy it is to make. So we're going to load one up?
We're going to load
Okay.
one up. So the only thing you need to know is just the order of adding the ingredients. And the recipe booklet will tell you that. So first in the bottom, go the liquid,
Okay.
then the salt.
And what are you making? What is this?
This is just the basic white bread.
Okay.
And then the butter. So the butter, it tells you to add in the corners. So you have a little dollop of butter, and that's because once it starts to heat up, it will melt. You have some dry milk, and just a little note, I actually did not have dry milk on hand when I first made my white bread, and it still turned out foolproof. So just know that. And then you're gonna add the flour. So it goes liquid, flour, and then the yeast on top. Now, all you're going to do is make a little well right there so the yeast can nest right in there. You just don't want that yeast to touch the water because we don't want it to activate too soon because the machine does all the work for us. So think about bread making, right? You're mixing, kneading, resting, rising, punching it down, rising again, shaping, baking. The machine does all of that for you. So here we're going to go to 1 because we're going to make our basic white, and then we're going to choose a 1.5 pound loaf, which it's already on, and then our color. Would you like your crust color?
Right in the medium.
Medium.
Right in the
So
middle.
perfect. We're right there in the middle, and then you press start. That's it. And I want to show you how it works. So right now it's mixing, and then it will go through the kneading phase. And then it will go through every step of the process. So that's how easy. You saw me do it in real time. I added the ingredients in, you put the lid down, that's it. And it also has a delay timer on it as well.
So you can load it, but have it cook later so perhaps I wake up.
Exactly.
For fresh hot bread.
Exactly.
So in the morning, my kids, they like anything sweet. So if I put jelly on bread, they're all about it. So this is a great way to now give them fresh, hot, homemade bread. And like you said, maybe sneak in some good ingredients. Like you said, some whole grains, some wheat. We go through bread like crazy in our household. I've got 2 kids in school. My son probably eats peanut butter jelly for lunch 3 times a week.
Yeah,
so
my son does too.
Does he? Okay, so it can start to add up.
Yeah.
And the bread from the stores, it's not fresh. I don't know how long it's been on the shelves. And if it's in my pantry too long, it starts to go bad and get moldy. These loaves are the perfect size.
These are the perfect size because you're going to want to make fresh bread often, right? So you have that 1 pound loaf, which is really great for 2 people with leftover. You have that 1.5 pound loaf, although my husband and I, which was just 2 people, we ate all of it. It's really ideal for 4 people. But the thing is,
what's in there,
this
Shireen?
is a nut bread. This one is a raisin pecan. Look at that.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
This is nice and hearty. I love this. So again, you can get creative. You can make every single type of bread because we've given you those presets. Again, you're going to just add the ingredients right into the machine. It will take you about 5 to 8 minutes depending on which bread that you're making. And that's it. You can have fresh bread all the time.
Now, I used to have fresh bread when I was a kid. My mother would make homemade bread. And as you said, it was a process.
It
I
is a
remember her
process.
putting it in the oven to rise. And I'm thinking, okay, finally, she's going to cook that up. No, it had to go back into the oven, back into to rise some more, and she'd wrap it in the towels, and it was like fun to watch her do it, but it was definitely a labor of love.
It is a labor level here. You know, here's the thing. I cook for a living. I don't bake. So it really is that whole scientific mind behind it. Well, guess what? I bake now because I have my bread maker. It does all the work for me, and I get to enjoy that delicious bread. And you know, here's the thing: when you have that aroma in your house, it just warms and hugs your family. My husband was taking a nap the other day, and I was experimenting with my gluten-free recipe, and he opens up the bedroom door. He's like, "What are you doing down there?" I'm like, "I'm baking bread." He's like, "I know, you're killing me. You just woke me up." I'm like, "So that's how I wake you up. Just bake bread."
We'll smell that. That'll get anybody up. This is delicious, by the way.
It is,
Put a flavored butter on it.
Absolutely.
Maybe like a honey maple butter. This is really good, and it is such a treat. But it doesn't have to be like that rare treat to have fresh homemade bread. You can do this every single day.
because it's so easy, right? And just like you said, you know, you can control the ingredients that you put in it. You don't have to worry. If you go down the bread aisle, right, it's filled with preservatives and stabilizers. It lasts for 3 weeks. Why does it last for 3 weeks? Because of all the stabilizers and preservatives. Well, now you have your own bread. You can customize it. You can add whatever ingredients you want in there. But most importantly, it's so easy to make.
All right, Shireen, you that released very easily. Did you have to add or spray the container?
No, nothing. So this is a non-stick interior, the bread pan. Everything is hand washed. Super easy to do though.
Okay.
And then when you just nest it in there, you're going to place it right down and then just turn it. So a little half turn and then click it in and then it's locked in. Super easy. So this is a rosemary bread.
Oh,
And it looks like it has some garlic in here too. So think about like a Sunday supper. I'm Italian, so on Sundays I'll make homemade sauce, meatballs, pasta, make homemade bread. You can do it in the morning, set your delay timer, so that's just one more thing you don't have to worry about. And then when your family's coming in the door, that smell of homemade bread will just, they'll love it.
That it would be great, like you said, with your pastas and sauce. I'd love to dip. I don't like to waste any sauce.
Yes.
So I would be dipping.
Oh, I'm a dipper too.
And so remember, you can experiment. You can try different herbs, spices, add-ons, like you said, dried fruits and nuts, to really customize and make specialty breads.
Yes.
Something you don't have to go to the bakery and pay X amount to make. You can make your own bread. And this is the thing. It's a QVC 2 big deal, so we're bringing you a great value. This machine is less than $60. So I'm going to remind everyone, Shireen, what we're bringing to you today.
Absolutely.
Our first ever Cook's Essentials Breadmaker QVC 2 big deal. In your choice of red, black, or in white. The red is popular. We all like to have a little sizzle, a little pop in the kitchen. And down below, you'll see everything that you're going to receive. So here's that non-stick container that the bread actually bakes in. You're going to get a measuring cup and spoon. And this also comes with an instruction guide. That instruction manual also has recipes inside as well.
Great recipes.
So we get you started. And you'll probably have everything on hand to make the basic bread when this arrives. The item number is K48307. If you were to find this out at retail, if you were to shop a bread maker of this size with these accessories, you'd probably spend over $85. So take advantage of our price and the easy pay. Shop with any major credit card or the Q card, and it's less than $20 a month. So give us a call at 1-800-500-7590 to pick up yours. You can always go to QVC.com or even use the QVC app to place your order for fresh, hot, homemade bread that doesn't require you to sit at home and baby it for hours to get it done. Did you just do a little drizzle, Shireen?
Oh, some good extra virgin olive oil.
I'm going in there.
You should. Here, let me give you a towel just in case. I don't want you to get it on your
Thank
beautiful
you.
jacket.
I want to taste
So
it.
this is a ricotta cheese with some lemon. How nice.
That is good.
And olive oil. So present that at your Sunday supper. But you made a really good point, right? So, you know, to be able to make homemade bread, so easy, right? But I love bread, and often I would buy bread in the bakery, okay? But this is different. Making your own homemade bread, it's an experience because it's the smell that's in your kitchen, that's in your home. So your family, it just, you know, we build memories through food, and it all begins with smelling also.
And I want to do better, Shireen. I want to cook more homemade meals for my family. I want to do fresh.
Yes.
But I'm a working mommy. And I've got 2 little ones, and it's kind of hard sometimes to have the time or to make the time in the kitchen to do something like this, make fresh, hot bread. I'll be honest, I've never made bread from scratch. I've just never even attempted it. Brownies go bad, so when I try to make them from scratch. So I love that. You know what? It's still fresh. It's still homemade.
And you made it.
I made it with
Homemade.
the help of Cook's Essentials.
Yes.
So let's kind of continue on
Yes.
because we want to give you as many ideas. It's not just about making loaves of bread, though. You said we even have the ability to do other dough
Pizza.
projects. Okay.
So you can even make pizza. So here is where you're going to want to get creative. So there's a preset on here that says kneading. And what that does is you'll add your ingredients, you'll mix, and you'll knead. And then at that point, we're going to remove it. And then you'll let it rest. And that's when you can get creative. You can make pizza dough.
So do we put the ingredients on the raw dough, or will we kind of pre-bake it first before we put ingredients on it?
So you'll add your ingredients into the mixer.
I'm sorry,